Hello there, fellow Rhode Islanders. My name is Colt Gherkin, and welcome to my first company that I have ever created called Colt's Apple Cider. There's my logo, there's my name, and there's my pretty little face. Today I'm going to discuss with you what my company is and what it does, how I will try to convince you to stop buying from other apple cider producing companies and buy from Colt's. So I'm going to try to advertise this to you, the consumer. And when I'm all completed, I'll give you a summary of everything I just discussed with you, including all the companies that I'm competing with, the products I have to offer to you, my website pages. So, there you go. Let's get started, shall we? As you can see here, this is my company logo. I tried to stick with the colors that an apple has, including the color of the leaf and the body, and kind of incorporate that into my letters. So I use Colt's red and apple cider green. Pretty basic. I will show you my first commercial that I used to advertise my company. I tried to take an approach of using a customer that couldn't get enough of Colt's. Let's take a look.
Colt's apple cider.
You know, it's times like these I'm really happy I grew up in a place where Colt's apple cider was such a prominent part of my family life. After church on Sundays, we'd walk home, and right down the street, there it was, his little shop. It just sold apple cider, and it just made my Sundays just perfect. It was just that little piece, that little extra on top of church that just made Sundays fantastic. And honestly, I think I know he's going to use these apples for a cider.
How about the apple cider donuts?
Oh, don't even get me started on Saturdays. Every Saturday. Every morning. Donuts. I could eat like 80 of these things. Dunk them in a little water, just mow them down. Apple cider donuts.
They have coffee too at Colt's Apple Cider.
Really?
Very good coffee.
Any specialties? I've never had it.
The apple cider flavored coffee.
Wow. That sounds so good, because I just love apples so much.
What an enthusiastic customer. It's my friend Tyler. He tried my company for the first time. He tried my donuts and my cider and everything we had to offer, and he really had a great time. So now let me tell you a little about my company and why I chose to go into this field. Reason why I kind of chose to go to the apple cider company is because the fall has always been my favorite time of year. And my most enjoyable memories during the fall were being able to go to my local apple farm with my family and drink my favorite drink, apple cider. I recently just started my company in the city of Kingston, Rhode Island, which is by my favorite university that I attend, URI. Our company has become so popular and widespread through Rhode Island that we now have opened up in locations in Narragansett, Warwick, and Providence. Rhode Islanders, for some reason, just can't get enough of our staff. I will now talk to you about what we provide to our customers. Let's go. We offer our apple cider, obviously, but not only that, we have our apple farmer families and their children can come to pick apples from our tree groves. We also sell cider donuts, like you saw in the commercial, that go great with the mini coffee shop we have that we've just opened up. Try to stay on the lookout, too, for future announcements on our clothing shop website page, where we will have t-shirts with our logo on it, hoodies, toys for the children, and even some clothing for your pets. Now that I've shown and talked to you about everything about my company, including how I came to choose my logo, why I created this company, where we are located, what products we have to provide to you, our advertisements, and even future announcements to look for, I will now bring you to our website pages. Okay, so I'm going to click on this to bring you to our main page. Okay, and here we go. Welcome to Colt's Apple Cider. We have a little picture here of some apple cider and some apples. Here's my animation. I'll reload this for you so you can take a look. Moves over towards the tree, and there you go. By Colt's Apple Cider. Still haven't thought of a name for him, but I will soon. I won't use my own name. I have a little description here of my company. Colt's Apple Cider is the best apple cider in all of Rhode Island. Tourists from all over the East Coast come to Kingston to buy Colt's Apple Cider. This apple cider has been selected as the #1 choice of all apple cider supplying companies, and that is true, and continues to prove why they are the best apple cider company every year. Here's another picture of some apple cider with some cinnamon. At the bottom here we have some helpful links. You can email us here. We have a list of apple cider companies that we compete with that are obviously not as good as Colts, like Murray Cider Company, Ziegler's, and Cider Guild. And there's a link here to our contact page where you can find out our store hours and more information. So let's take a look at one of our competing apple cider companies. We'll take a look at Murray. And here we go. They've been around since 1938, and they are in Virginia, Roanoke to be exact. They have their little banner right here. There's their logo. Go back. Take a look at Ziegler's as well. Let's just take a moment. And here we go. They use the same kind of background concept as the last one. They've been around for 75 years. I chose to go with a different approach on my website page because I didn't really like how they chose the white background. I tried to go with a yellowish brown, like the same color as apple cider, to try to switch it up. It's the same kind of method as Ziegler by using this little click here button, says a link, but instead I used it as my contact page, all the websites that are competing with me that are companies, and set as a link for you to email me anytime you want to. I will show you another company, Cider Guild. They originated out of Michigan and used a different kind of approach with their banner. Doesn't seem like too much effort, but as you can see, it's the same concept as the other websites. Now let's take a look at my contact page. I'll open this up for you. This is our contact page, Colts Apple Cider contact page. It says at the top, we have the phone, email, address, and our manager John Doe. We have my banner right here, Colts Apple Cider. Get the cider, don't be a fighter. I have a little apple right in the corner for you. And the apple grove that kind of looks like ours on our farm. Sorry. These are our days that we're open and our hours. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday 10 to 2, and Sunday we are closed. Go down here. This is our video advertisement that I showed you before with Tyler, our very satisfied customer. We have an animation right here, Colts Apple Cider. There's our donuts, and it shows you a little tree. I have the logo right here, and click on this, you'll take you right back to our home page. Shows a lot of apples for the background. It's very crucial for a company to have a contact page so that your customers are able to check out exactly how to get a hold of you and when and where they can visit your location of business. So now that I've shown you my contact page, let's go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, so what have I shared with you today? I've discussed with you what my company is about and what it does, so how I came about to creating this company and the reason why I like the idea, and the products I have to offer to you, the advertisements and fun animations put into the multiple websites created for my company. So for example, the video advertisement I had with Tyler discussing what he liked about the company, like the apple cider donuts, the apple cider, and the coffee. And the fun animation I used where I had the character moving towards the tree, popping up the lettering by Colts Apple Cider. Because you want to be fun and creative. You want to show that you're not just serious, you're fun and you can like be different from other companies. You have something else to offer. The website page where you can learn more about Colts Apple Cider. So for example, the contact page where I have our phone number, our address, our store hours that we're open, our email address, and even our manager's name, John, that you can get a hold of to talk to him. And finally, our apple cider company compared to others. So for example, on our main page, we have the 3 links of companies such as Ziegler and Cider Guild, where you can visit their pages and see how we compare it to them, what they have to offer compared to us. We give you options at Colts Apple Cider. We like you to get to know the other companies like us. We want you to take a look at how they compare to us. But just remember that we are the best, and you will not find better tasting apple cider than Colts. Thank you for your time, and come by anytime to buy the best apple cider in all of New England at Colts Apple Cider. Thank you for your time and have a great day.